everybody, welcome back to SBF Salon Time, episode 10 with Miss Casta Fierce. Oh, look at her, she just looks stunning. If you've watched our package openings, you know that she is our second of her. We have one fully dressed of Gracie's. This one is mine. I bought her nude. The only thing she came with was her earrings. She was otherwise not played with, so she's in perfectly great, awesome shape. There's nothing wrong with her. I just, in my creativeness, want to do something different. They don't have a second casta. I like to have seconds. She's gorgeous. I just like to see her in something different than her Wave 1 outfit. I don't remember how much I got her for. It wasn't a lot though. It was a surprise, like $8 or something. I don't remember offhand. So what I want to do with her is give her a beachy outfit. I want to give her a full head of braids that you often see done on the beach. I've had done on the beach when I've been down in the Caribbean. Love it. Used to do my friend's hair for her. Just something I didn't have the patience for when I was a child. So I did a Gigi that had a ponytail and had the braids. Now I want to do full braids. Her hair is so long, I just don't want to curl it. That will just be just not fun. So I thought this was something different that you don't get to do on all dolls. It's not long enough. Her hair is very decent inside. It's pretty thick. It's got black paint underneath, so anything that might show on her scalp will blend in well. Gigi's worked well for that reason too, because of her ponytail was nice and thick. Just for the sake of reference, you can see how her little front poof is put in a little bit sectioned, and then part of it is rubber band ponied to another little pony that brings up the side. So if you're just wondering how to get your casta back to shape, there is a very good visual on how to do that. I hope that works. So this one is not going to have a lot of things. It's more going to be about the end. This is a little crusty, so I think I'm just going to give it a quick little soap and water. Probably dip it just for 3 minutes in a softener just to make that it's super slippery shiny right now. And I foresee wanting to do her part maybe right here and have the braids going this way and the braids going that way. So one orange of her hair is highlighting her face and one purple. I thought that would be fun. I went to Walmart today. That's how we ended up with that little impromptu doll hunt. While getting my milk and TP and things, I also grabbed these, which I needed for this project. They are plastic goodie ouchless ponies, elastics they call them. $250. This was nice because it had the different sizes, small, medium, large. Of course, I'm going to use the small for her for this. I have those other colorful ones, but I didn't want the colors to do so much showing, as well as Gigi has that look. So I don't want to do that again. I'll do, I don't know, I'll just get to it. Can't wait. I'll take those earrings off, of course, so they're out of the way. This one, more than anything, is just going to be time consuming. So I want to take just a second to show how to do a braid. I don't want to take it for granted that everybody watching, especially younger ones, might know how to do a braid and the differences between the two. You take a lock of hair, you split it into 3 even sections, then you can go 2 ways over and under. But basically you're taking the left and you put it in the middle of the 3. You take the right, you put it in the middle of the 3, and you go back and forth. Left in the middle, right in the middle, left in the middle. If you haven't done it, it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. For those of you who know how to do it, please just fast forward. You can go on. Now there's 2 different ways too that come in handy for other styles. There's called under and over. You still grab 3 pieces and you put in the middle from left and right. But there's called under, where you're taking that piece and you're wrapping it under. That outer piece, under. That outer piece, under. That outer piece, under. Okay? Then there's everybody tends to like a certain way. I'm an under girl. Okay? And then there's over, where you put it. Take that left, put it over. Take that right, put it over, 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 over. In this case of this kind of braid, doesn't really show any differently, really. But those are the differences between a French braid and a cornrow type braid if you were grabbing hair. So if you were doing under, you would grab a little bit from here, take it with you, grab a little bit on there, take it with you, grab a little bit here, take it with you, grab a little bit here, take it with you, and so on. And as you can see, that braid excuse me, is looking on top of the area. Let's do a little side view so you can see that. See how it looks like a mass on the top? That would be a cornrow style, be it you do it small or large. And the other way, which is known more as a French braid, would be the over style. So you grab your 3 sections, you're going over, over. Now you grab a little bit and you go over, grab a little bit, 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 go over, and so on down the line. And now you can see the look in that is more flat, and that's the French braid style. So you have to decide which way is comfortable for you and know those differences for those 2 styles and whatever works best for you. But I thought that would help for those who have never done it. This is where I'm at. I've done it in 3 sections. I've done this side of her face, that right side of her face. I have somewhat of a part going there, and then the back will all be an area to do. The reason I do that is the only little bit I know about braids, like when I used to help my girlfriend put her extensions in, is when you're braiding, put her back on her stand, when you're braiding, you want to pull it in the direction you want it to lay. So in this case, oops, I want it to frame her face and I want it to come this way. So if I started braiding here in the front and braiding it down, or braiding it from this direction going way up in the air, it's going to stick up. So you want to go from where you want it to lay. So I'm doing all of those braids going this way on the one side of her face. I'm doing all of these ones going this way, and then this one I'm going to go downward, obviously. Now I did hope her hair was solid, and it's not. If you can see, it has some tricky little bald spots in it. And what I've done is, instead of doing a nice grid pattern to form out where I'm going to do braids, I've had to be a little creative and do them, and there's a big one, and then lay them down to make sure I'm covering here again. Instead of a nice grid part, I've had to kind of pull a little bit from here, pull a little bit from there, and pull it from the back, and it's all kind of hiding these very baldy type area. I guess the way they rooted it, of course, for her original hairstyle. Look at that. You know, that was pulled back, so that all covered itself. But I think the way I'm doing it is working out okay. I did attempt to put some beads in it, which I really wanted. I couldn't put them in here, slide them in, because the rubber band, it was just too small and that slid out. So I tried weaving it into the braid. That works, but doesn't look good in the scale of things of her hair, so I'm going to take those ones out. But otherwise, I'm liking it. It's definitely going to be pretty, and I love the way that's framing her face already. It's making her face really stick out, and she's so pretty. Love doing braids. Well, her braids are all done. That probably took me approximately 2 hours in total, I think. You can see it's a really good thing. They painted the scalp black so that will blend in. I don't want to show her front right now. I have ties around her. I did that so I can make the braids all lay flat on her head and smooth. And I didn't dip her in the bowls because I didn't want to do her upside down. I put her under the tap water as hot as I could handle it and let it come drip down. The ends are all wet, and I'll let it dry that way before I take off her thing. So now we got some gel, and I just got a very little bit on my finger, and I am just gonna put a little bit on each of the ends, just so the ends look really good and not all, when they were wet they sprayed out a lot. So I just want them to look good and smooth. Ooh, look at little Miss Hocus Pocus. She's all done. I couldn't just do a glamour shot on this one. I had to show her a whole thing. I redid those and split them up into three, I think, to make them smaller to frame her face. I am super pleased, ecstatic with how gorgeous her face looks. Look at that. And I also didn't think the braids would show up quite so well in the before and after pictures, so that's again why I'm doing this too. They look beautiful. The gel turned out making the ends really nice. They got flip and flop, and they move around, and she looks pretty. There definitely is some balding spots, so if you were showing that off, it's not so great. But all in all, for a front-on visual, I love her. And then my bigger delight on this, or another delight on this, is of course we had her earrings, and I happen to have an extra pair of her shoes that I got for Bloodgood or something for that size to play, and I put them on her with this Moxie outfit that Jessica sent me, and it fits her perfect. And I really wanted her to go in the beach to show off her greenness because she looks so cool. So this worked out as a nice little bathing suits, beach suit, whatever. And then I realized I was looking at my Abby from Skull Shores, and it had the wrong wrap on it, so I took it off and put it on here. So all together, she's looking kind of cute. And then I took Amanita's phone and Amanita's purse for now. I'm thinking I'm going to make her a little beach bag or find something. But I think she's going to look so cute in the beach next to Wendy the witch. So I'll have two witch friends hanging out. Successful salon time, if you ask me. Fancy smancy hocus pocus. Let's get on to who is next in salon time. Thanks for watching. Super Buddies forever. Way to go, Tumbler Jack. Happy 1st to you.